something interesting. This is a water aspirator pump. Of course, it's used to generate vacuum, but this is actually not an aspirator pump meant for faucet. It's actually one of the pumping jet heads from this recirculating aspirators, the blue one that a bunch of people have, because, you know, you save water by recirculating it with a pump. Now, note about this thing first, there's actually different variants of it. The most common and cheap one is the SHZDII, I believe, but there's also a DIII, so 3, and that one actually comes in variants where you can get it with Teflon or stainless steel. But anyways, out of the way, this pump is a centrifugal pump for the water. That'll be important in a little. So obviously this pump differs from the standard water aspirator in many ways. For instance, you have this splash guard, which is removed because it has a hex thing in there that you can unscrew. And I already loosened it for making this easier. And you'll notice something weird. That's not what an aspirator should look like. Why does the tube have holes in it? Well, if I unscrew this, and get this. How an aspirator works is by shooting a jet of water down a tube, and because it's at high velocity, it pulls air in by the Venturi or Bernoulli effect or whatever, and it then forms bubbles of air which are washed out with the water. That way you're generating suction or vacuum. And like I said, they normally use a small jet of water. Now, if you look at this one, that's strange, isn't it? There's barely a constriction in there. How is this water jet supposed to make a jet of water if it doesn't go down to a small nozzle? And the answer is because this is meant for that pump. That's a centrifugal pump. Centrifugal pumps provide a decent bit of pressure, but not as much as the 60 psi that your standard water mains has. So instead of using high velocity water by using pressure through a small orifice, it uses high velocity water by using high flow rate. And in turn, it needs a bigger orifice because the pump can't provide that pressure. So this thing does not actually work on a faucet, at least not very effectively, which is very interesting. Meanwhile, on a normal one, this hole is about 5 millimeters. On a more common water jet pump, it's maybe about 2 or 3 millimeters. So this thing is a bit unique in its own way. And also that little grid thing, it helps trap more air in.